where he has to position. The Eternal is so vulnerable here to what Yaki can do. He, in turn, though, not really bothered by them whatsoever. This is as free as it gets.
Yeah, a big biotic grenade from Gangnam Jin to some players in the back there of the Paris Eternal. But just so much damage coming down, right? From the Pharah, in the Hangzhou, and then you saw OG didn't even have to go in with a pile
to sort of get Discord Orb on there and guarantee the extra damage. So OG now gets to do a bit more damage. Elevate had his back turn there, no chance for a defense matrix block. So he's removed from his mech and Yaki now follows up. Eventually only got deals with the Pharah, but the Eternal are already severely undermanned. And no Zarya bubble, so he'll be a little bit more vulnerable and needs to be careful, but the Sombra can set up quick dives. Dan goes down pretty quickly as we kind of expected. The Eternal, they want to get these fights over quickly. In a longer fight, it looks pretty bad. That is a two-player sound barrier. The Eternal, they spend big, and you have to wonder if Neptuno stays on this Lucio here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, why invest the sound barrier here? You had just, I think it was like Neptuno and
coordinated dive on a single target, and they're looking for Yaki. Nice. They get him. That's how they want to start the fight. Now to the point they have to go. Only God is already there, and now Illivote will join. It's a biotic grenade at the Diva, but he'll not be too bothered by that. And Paris flip things back, but it could be short-lived as Only God drops to a headshot.
Yeah, and Illivote's going to throw in his self-destruct, and he's going to connect with BQB. That's huge. He had the Dragon Strike, was going to look to potentially split players off and then push onto the point with the team. Yaki at the beginning of that fight, he ends up getting hacked, taken out, but they're going to deal with Dawn here. And BQB switch over to McCree. You may be able to make something out of this.
Look, one sleep dart is the end of the Winston in this composition. There's not really much to help him out. Khan as well. Can't always dive in and follow the Winston. So now the Eternal are in an awkward position. They're losing players. They're forced to go for an EMP. They only have 3 players on the point. BQB, flash ban, push forward, gets 2. Yaki has fallen already. And the Eternal just don't have the numbers here. The composition is shaky. They're going up against some difficult heroes to deal with what they've selected. And frankly, Dan is out at sea without a lot of help. He'll get Gangnam Jin there. BQB might have to roll to safety, and he does, just to try and get behind Gargoyle. The Eternal, they tried everything. Really, I think
that they have BQB isolated on the stairs, but they don't. He's back up all the way.
Doesn't work out at all. This splits the Eternal to a degree because Kant stays behind, and Only God gets caught away from his sort of safety net, as it were. Yaki with the damage boost now, causing problems again. There's not really anyone on the Eternal that can pressure him outside of maybe Khan, but that amplification matrix has already been used. Still, he gets rid of the Mercy, and that definitely indirectly puts Yaki under a decent amount of pressure. No self-destruct here from Illivote, of course. He will be desuited, and this should be the Mayhem back into the driver's seat.
Yeah, and even with this Pharah, that'll be a minefield that comes in to counter the sim wall that comes through from Oniga.
Barrage here from Yaki. Thought it might have been ill-considered considering there's a wall up, but he's able to get Illivote anyway. Drops in behind Dan now. A lot of pressure on the front line, but the Eternal, they lose the Symmetra so early in the fight. That's a huge source of mobility, and that sustained damage gone. Yaki, though, Yaki was able to move inside and break line of sight from that, but a lot of pressure from Naga here. Yaki, against the comp that he's probably pretty safe against, still definitely feeling the heat. And the Eternal want to try and flip things back, but the Mayhem, they're definitely here in numbers. And I'm waiting, I'm watching. Yaki's going to come with the barrage now, and it looks pretty darn good. Khan lost that immortality field pretty darn early, and Neptuno fell as well. Not often you see a boosted Pharah, but in cases like this, the durability during barrage is good, and Yaki, he looks cold-blooded right now. He's choosing violence every time he takes a breath. And yes, the Eternal won't quite make it.
Hiding behind that pillar, but they give up a ton of space.
And they want that, though, because OG steps up. He tries to take advantage of that space, and that is way too late on an immortality field. It looks like Gangnam Jin couldn't get up high enough to drop that immortality field on the other side of the wall early. That's a really important interaction here, Matt, right? Your Batiste needs to respond to the May wall with that drone.
Yeah, typically you see the Batiste just jump over the top. Or it even looked like there was a bit of a sliver where they could actually...
At some point, there's already 1.5 ticks. Okay, here's the Dragon Strike. See, Dan's able to dodge that to the left on the point here, but it's a well-placed Blizzard. The Mayhem know the Eternal are going to be trying to shelter inside, so they bring the outside in. BKB forced to the self-destruct, though, and Paris have that advantage for now. Only got with a Deadeye, and the high ground would be good, but he's being pressured down. Yaki gets rid of Neptuno, but the Mayhem are severely understaffed presently now. It's just the last Vestiges scrapping it out.
Yes, they will get some percentage, but pretty good comeback.
There's but BQB only gets rid of the barrier, nothing more. Flash over the top from BQB, it doesn't connect, and he takes 3 in a row from Onigod. Fantastic individual performance on the McCree. The Mayhem able to get to the point at the very least, and there has to be a hasty ice block from Naga as he's pressured down. Onigod can barely peer into the point from this little opening. He has to rely on Elivert and Khan to keep things alive, but Naga's gone down. The Eternal starting to run out of numbers somewhat, but this self-destruct will clear some space. Yaki didn't have an ice block to stay alive, and Elivert gets 2. What a jackpot for the Swede! And the Paris Eternal, it's a hold on point A. A rough map one, but they bide their time. And you can see OG is scrabbling to get back into the point in time.
Oh, this is going to be a nano boost on the Don. Look at how low these players are. Big biotic grenade goes into the back as well. So this should be the Paris Eternal who closed it out here.
Just a touch too much, Matthew. OG extends a little too far, and that's where it all falls apart for the Florida Mayhem. Nope, he's sat off the point, and the Eternal were like, wait a minute, we can just deal with OG here, and they do quite comfortably. OG never really was able to build up that primal rage at all. Slime trying to stay away from the licking tendrils of the Tesla cannon, but his number is up. Yaki here on the traitor, looking for a way to get back through now. Sees most of the shielding stripped away from Elivoda. Might want to pressure. Dan, look at Dan! Oh my, the Discord Orb. That is exactly why Zen's in this composition. You trade in less robust healing throughput for just the ability to blow up a Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, he rolls onto the point. He gets discorded. You have a stun there from the Brig, and then just some shots in from BQB and finishes off the main tank. But the beauty of Wrecking Ball, you're right back in the action quick.
Khan!
Ooh,
all
nice
right!
shot.
First name Khan, second name Idge. That's Carnage, Matt. What a sick high ground position. Sponsor obligation. You'd love to see it. Here we go. That was the grab to the high ground. Khan with the Transcendence now. So the Eternal are forced apart with both of their defensive ultimates here. And they're still getting clapped. Or...
You know, I mean, this should be one where the Florida Mayhem are able to close it out as everybody converging on both supports. You do still have the payload being moved by Onigod, but the payload progress probably going to go for naught as Don coming back into the fight quick. He's going to have to back up, yeah.
Speculative, doesn't connect. Little bit of a late team bubble there, and that's not available now. It's going to have to be the Transcendence Force from Khan. Gangnam Jin still has his, and the Pulse Bomb cuts through the healing over time.
The Paris Eternal need to start punishing OG. Every time he goes in, he gets discorded, and I know obviously I have the offense map, I know the luxury of that. He gets discorded, and then he just rolls out.
Yaki going to sit on the cart right now, and this is overtime here. Naga is looking for a way forward. Dynamite, that's nasty for the Tracer. That's going to force an early recall here, but it's going to be Slime and Gargoyle. Pulse Bomb in the grab. Nothing there. The Transcendence from Gangnam to be held onto it, and it pays off. What an investment for the Florida Mayhem. They step forward, and the Eternal are cleared from the cart. Just the one checkpoint. Taking this chip damage is really annoying for Baptiste and Ana, especially because, again, your self-heal mechanisms are limited.
Yeah, I mean, you play in the point, which makes a lot of sense. Now they bust out here, the Paris Eternal, and they're able to wipe the floor. So they had Onigod playing up the high ground. He gets taken out instantly.
So the Mayhem have a good position now, and it's tough for the Eternal to have to filter out of that small room. They've been bamboozled into playing from that part of the map. They have to find a way back in, but, I mean, Hyperspheres bounce. There's a lot of people grouped together for a Gravitic Flux, and that's going to come out right now. It only really catches down, but he was below half health before he dropped, so he goes down. Gangnam Jin gets removed by Onigod here, but there's only so much that one can do. Maybe more will be required from Onigod. Just that one kill there. Neptuno falls, and the Mayhem come up with a good, interesting...
Two players.
The Eternal staying here. This is still stall to a degree. It's also a lot of ult charge for the Mayhem, so Slime's happy to part with his Valkyrie for the time being, knowing that it probably won't be too long before that is again available. And the Mayhem, they have a lot to work with here in this next fight. Pulse Bomb can decide that 1v1 in an instant. Gravitic Flux, that catches 3. What a big opening here from Gargoyle. They get brought back down. Accretion follow up. So much damage. It's tough for the Eternal to hold up in this kind of heat, and they crumble. Dan falls first. The Immortality Field only keeps him alive for a short time, and the Eternal now, or what's left of them, need to group up and go to the point. Naga, it's a Blizzard onto OG, but he's given a shield from above from Gargoyle, and that's a crucial pick-off. BQB falling to Elivote now. 5 players left for the Mayhem to make something happen. A Deadeye on the horizon for Onigod if he can survive. OG trying to create some space, but that's a huge headshot that sets up the kill on Gargoyle. Another Immortality Field here from Khan keeps them at 2-0. Yaki again. back to basics. Needs to push the card in, but Neptuno's gone down early, and Paris's ability to reposition mid-fight is now compromised. Elivo tries to move off to the card there, and BQB, it's Bob, in fact, that goes down to the Deadeye. Self-destruct, Elivo tries to nudge it around the corner, but can't quite get it far enough here, and BQB, a crucial kill. The damage boost double body shot helps a lot, but Yaki chimes in and gets rid of Khan as well. Here's your overtime, but the Mayhem are up in numbers. Attempted shatter from Dan, there he gets Gargoyle. The pin is there, but the healing still available from Slime, keeps the Diva in the fight. Yaki, oh dear, Naga goes down to the Dynamite, and this should be it now. The Mayhem, blood's in the water, but they want the whole meal.
From the Mayhem, pushing their way up to the high ground is you're going to have Yaki just moving the payload, so not a ton of damage up there, but BQB able to find an angle, takes out Dan.
Well, they were ready for the counter dive from Dan. They were ready to turn around and deal with him there, and he got isolated. Still, that is a gigantic bite of grenade, and that's going to claim Slime. OG also is going to be in trouble here if Gangnam didn't just keep him topped up.
This could be a nano boost on OG, right over the top. And put down some damage. Whoa, that is both DPS going down in an instant. That's going to be OG getting biotic grenaded. This will be a fight loss for the Florida Mayhem, as Florida looked like they were trying to set something up where they had control of that.
That's some pressure reduced, but here's the Eternal. It is going to be Primal Rage from Dan, and you notice that Khan's holding the Nano, but no chance to give it over to his Winston. Dan falls inside of Primal Rage, and that should be that. The Paris Eternal don't really get the cycle of ultimates they wanted.
And it's because Don is put to sleep by Gangnam Jin. There was no opportunity to land the Nano onto him.
Far forward, BQB's in he's a power position there as well. Nicely done. Good shield bash backwards from Neptuno to stay alive just as OG jumped in, and good reactive Graviton surge. That's nice. Perfect.
And Elevote was actually playing over towards
Sooner now. Yaki still in a good spot as they grab to the high ground. A lot of people got caught in that one. I think it was like a 5-player flashbang from BQB. And at point-blank range, the Deadeye claims 2.
But because Suna is stalling out the cart here, just being a nuisance, you're going to get another fight for the Paris Eternal. The payload...
Bob comes out first. Get off my lawn, he says. And the Mayhem acquiesce. It's going to be Yaki going down early here. And it's traded. Looks like the BQB Dynamite gets some value. Down to the high ground now. BQB, no chance for him. A very stunted little push here from the Mayhem. Looks like it's in its death throes here.
Yeah, this is a big sleep to everybody else for the Mayhem. Stuck inside here is it looked like Gangnam Jin Dinko were trying to turn it, but really good help for Neptuno on the con, because they end up sending OG Gargoyle.
He's there, he's pushing it forward, no one from Paris can get there. Speculative Graviton surge here, but it catches them. Still going to be a touch at all. Yaki gets a big pulse bomb, not only got it done, goes down. Yaki trying to stand alive here, and they sneak it in, man. They just get it in the last moment.
Another one where barely they get it across the line as Yaki goes huge there.
Well, he's looking to really mess things up now. Primal Rage could be very effective in this small room, but I think OG would rather use it for space creation. That's a trade. Suna and Yaki both down. No traces left for either team, but it's Gargoyle missing. A Deadeye from BQB. Looks like it was defensively there for safety. It forces the Eternal back somewhat, but that Primal Rage now has to be used by OG, and he lacks support. He wants to dive deeper. Watch his health just disintegrate here if he's not careful. Nice biotic grenade on Slime. That's going to be chased up there by Dan. No way Slime could have avoided that situation. And now Elivo just positions forward. He's very charged up. Tough enough to crack the Eternal. That'll be a parting gift here from Suna. And a shield bash there to stop Yaki in his tracks. A grab there. Really tough to make anything happen from that one if you're Gargoyle. And the Wrecking Ball won't make it to the cars.
I gotta say, in that last fight, OG did a ton of that.
Again, the Tracer duel ensues. Yaki a little low, has to recall, but Suna did the same thing. Elsewhere, Gargoyle falls, but both flex tanks are traded out here as Dan's looking for an easy kill, and this may not come so simply. There's a Mercy pocketing BQB. That's a ridiculous biotic grenade connection from Khan, and he finishes the job as well. What an unbelievable Ana player. Yaki, pulse bomb, might take him with him, and he does. Dan falls, and again, the Mayhem were able to stand here. Looks like they really are more than happy to play in this chaotic maelstrom here of different heroes.
Like you mentioned, this Tracer 1v1 is going on forever. Pretty much the whole map. Big pulse bomb there on the Gargoyle, though. That's a good opening kill.
What does Yaki do? He just looks on and says, well, I mean, yeah, unlucky, I guess, Gargoyle. It couldn't really help you much there. Suna didn't have recall available. Still 5 seconds away, and Yaki quickly cleans him up. That's huge. Now Yaki controls this part of the map. No one can really stop him at all, Matt. Bit of damage. Looks like that could have come from a dynamite or something similar. It's hard to say. But BQB now steps up. That cart, though, crucially is still moving. Eventually, BQB may have to commit if he doesn't do serious work on these tanks. Nice little do-si-do there, but doesn't have a coach gun until after Dan goes down. It doesn't matter because the rest of his team is
Trying to go after the Zen yet again.
He's hit with a Discord though, this could be tough. OG goes down on the other side of the map though, Suna still a menace in that left side room. Here is the Transcendence to respond to the grab. Dan falls to the bob. BQB seems to be getting so many of those right now, and Yaki's looking for a way in. He found it. Damage boost there by the looks of things, and Suna falls. Now he wants to duke it out with Onigod. Dodge and a skip and a jump. He finds the kill, and now he'll be able to return towards the card here. Neptuno, enraged, whips around to see the Tracer. Yaki somehow gets away with it. Actually getting away with murder here, and there's 19 seconds left in the round.
As he's arm available, but looks like Don will be able to swing in, get a touch, and they lose Onigod right away.
The damage boosted Ash wins out. Onigod jealously looking on from spawn there as OG gets rid of Onigod's bot. A double pulse, that's huge. He gets both rid of BQB and Slime. No resurrect available, but Suna goes down to OG. Now on the cart, OG goes for a bit of a belly drum there, but he's hit with a biting grenade. Again, Khan causing problems. Elivote pushes up, but Yaki falls to a pulse? Rocket of anything? The Helix rocket cleans up Yaki, and the Eternal, with the legs in tow, come up with the point.
It's Suna, a huge pulse bomb.
See Slime still pocketing BQB up on that high ground now. Nano boost towards Dan, who is stunned up briefly there. Tries to go for the kill, still gets burnt down again. Still hard to deal with that Discord orb. Even with the damage reduction from Khan, it's not enough. And the Eternal, I mean, this is a real blow to them. Just as they start to build momentum, it's snuffed out of them.
And they're trying to trade the Nano for the Transcendence there. They know that Gangnam Jin has built up this Transcendence, so what they're trying to do with that Nano boost is send the Wrecking Ball up towards the high ground. Get a big pile drive, maybe some damage coming in early from Onigod.
It's on a 200 HP or less target. Looking for it. Gravitic Flux here used from the high ground. Gargoyle, there's the stick onto him, but there's a Transcendence in play. Not the target I think that Suna was looking for with a Pulse Bomb. Onigod pressured down, and yeah, that Discord Orb application makes it an easy dinner for Yaki. And there's 10 seconds left. 10 seconds for Parrish to stay on their side. Nor our ultimates here. But they can still make something happen with the rally if they can get to the point, but they've lost Dan already. Elivote's forced to step up with no support whatsoever and is quickly demeched. OG gets another one there. Neptuno walks in with the rally, and of course Khan has to step up. He's packed to the max though. Onigod finds the one kill. He finds two. Gangnam Jin falls down. It's Neptuno, Khan, and Onigod. Dan's going to return to the fight now, and the Eternal somehow getting their troops back into the fight. Yaki, though, huge. One clip on Onigod, gets the headshot, and he'll finish the job on Khan with the help of OG. Back to the cart now. The Eternal had a chance, a flicker of that Eternal light, but eventually that too is extinguished. And the Florida Mayhem will head on to knockouts.
And Onigod gets those 2 kills, and he